Hey guys. Fuck. What's up, fellas? Welcome back to Lucid Survival episode 6. The audio issue that we've been kind of having, I just noticed it when I was editing recently, and I was like, I don't know how you guys been living with me. Fixed it now. Should be able to hear my actual game now. Very unprofessional. I won't do anything like that ever again. So this episode we're going to be building some more. We're going to actually start finishing up what we need to do to get some gear upgrades. So, let me show you guys this block. It's part of the supplementaries mod. What you can do with these braces is you can actually place them down and it lets you fill it in with any solid block. And when you've selected the block you want, obviously, you can actually take the brace off with an axe and the block stays there. I think it's cool. And I mean, like, the purpose is, like, you can have it out like that, where it's like not attached to anything, and then you could be like, oh, I want this block right here. So that's cool. And then obviously you can just tap them and they break. So it's like it acts as like a framework for your build before you actually place blocks down. It's really cool. It's actually a really good idea because I've just been using like slabs as placeholders for most of everything that I build so far. So I'm gonna use these. I'm actually gonna do something here. So I've had the time-lapse thing ready to go. I haven't tried it yet, so we're gonna time-lapse this toolsmith. Let's go right now. I know where to go. Can't put the camera like this. This is my first time doing time-lapse like this. I suck at it. I'm gonna get here actually. Yes. I'm gonna be cutting some of this out. Just getting a good busy time-lapse, but I don't know if do that yet. I know some of these vertical braces on blocks in the final product because it looks like good actually. It doesn't look bad when it's not on building. This is really satisfying. Just wish it didn't rain so often in the summer. It's pretty good. All right, so these jellyfish, bro. Okay, so this is the toolsmith. I just kind of whipped it out. I didn't really have a plan. I knew it was going to be like a box shape because it had to fit in this kind of corner, segment of the bamboo road. I like how it turned out. I'm glad I didn't make that staircase too perfect. I'm glad I kind of offset it a little bit. Kind of added some variation to the front. I mean, it's not supposed to look perfect, okay? I'm not even second guessing it. It works. So, this is the inside. I'm actually really proud of this. I don't know how this idea came into my head where the roof is kind of divided like that, but I love it. I don't know. Alright, so this is where enchanting is going to be. I swear to God. Alright, so this guy's selling the yucca palms again. That's pretty cool. Redwood sapling. I know what redwood looks like. That's not very Lake Town right now. I wish I had this. I wish I had the Lucky Rock. Some of these accessories are really good. I just haven't found them yet. But, yeah, you're kind of useless. Goodbye. I give up. I'm just gonna leave those jellyfish alone. I'm having a bit of a conundrum here. So, currently the date is September 7th in real life, at the time of recording, and it's almost autumn. Like, in one more week, it's the autumn eclipse, or whatever, not the eclipse, whatever, the solstice? I don't know. Something like that. It's like, the astronomical shift of season. So it's not enough time for me to finish this. So I mean, I'll get to the nether, don't worry. We gotta kind of figure out how the nether's gonna work in this mod pack. But I gotta start preparing for next season. So I'm thinking of like what mods I'm gonna change, what I'm gonna keep, what I'm gonna take away. I'm keeping most of it, obviously. I'll let you guys know what I'm gonna keep and what I'm changing when the next season starts. But my main problem right now, my main conundrum is, do I keep shaders, or do I have to choose between keeping shaders or the create mod? Now, they work together, of course, but performance takes a huge hit, not again. Oh. So, what ends up happening is, with the shaders on, all I have to do is place this down and watch. You guys can see, like, performance just dropped to 30 FPS on average. If I take it away, it jumps to like 50. And this is just one water wheel. Like, I want to make big stuff with the create mod. It's so sad. But if I do it without shaders, sitting at average, same, it's roughly the same, but with the create mod, put the water wheel down and it jumps 30 frames up. That doesn't really make sense, but yeah, obviously the create mod is much more playable without shaders. So I'm thinking one of two things. When it comes time to make the new base, I'm thinking either we just separate the whole idea of create mod features from my base, because in this base I was going to build like a bunch of different machinery on a side plot, like on this east side of the village. I'm just going to have like machines all over the place over here. Am I tripping? No, it's north. It is north, but performance would take a hit if my whole base was centered that close to create stuff, so I don't know. I'm thinking, yeah, one of two things. Either I make like a whole create mod district like separately from my base, like far enough away so that the performance doesn't take a hit, or we run it without shaders. And then without shaders, we wouldn't have to worry about create mod stuff all over my base, which would be really cool. I don't know. That's a tough one. I gotta think more about that. But as of right now, Mr. Monks has went ahead and built us a nether portal. So I'm gonna release this episode, prep for the nether, and then one more episode after it where we actually go to the nether and we try and see how much we could scavenge out of the nether before we make it out alive. Or we don't make it out alive. Either one. He said it was over there somewhere. His tower's right here. He's building an epic wall, and then the portal is supposedly right here. So let's go check that out. He built that thing tall, dude. I don't think he realizes he could probably go twice as high, because look at that floating island all over there. So this is this guy's huge wall. This guy's crazy. See, in the create mod, it's such an aesthetically cool mod, because what you could do is you could have a whole you could have a gate that opens up and down right here. I mean, obviously you can do that with redstone, but it's not as smooth. It's not as smooth as the create mod. Like, for those of you who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, by the way, the create mod, it's mechanics stuff. It makes blocks move. But this is what I'm looking at on the inside of this tower. You did a pretty good job. You've got the 10 commandments right here. Let me get to the top of this wall. He built this thing like so big. It's pretty cool. Definitely a great defense against monsters, I think. I don't know. I'm really leaning towards the keeping the shaders aspect, because it's just magical. Oh, look! Oh, that looks sweet. Looks awesome. Let's get closer. Alright, here it is. Whoa. This is pretty cool. Oh man, this is sick. How? Look at the detail in these blocks. Is this how these work? Like, these ridges just go, have like lighter textures against different types of blocks. That's pretty cool. Alright, and I guess we're gonna light this next episode and go in. That's pretty cool. See, look, there's this, and there's this. Which one do you guys think I like better? I've grown so spoiled. I get to see this all the time. What is happening? I'm leaning toward keeping shaders. Because, guess what? A lot of the ideas I have are completely possible with redstone. So might just do that for now. What does that sound? But yeah, that's enough about ranting stuff. So let's get back to the base, and I will show you guys what I've been able to do in terms of upgrades to my gear right now. So here we've got our diamond gear set. Don't worry about my achievements. I'm just messing with mods and it's screwing shit up. But we've got protection on all of the armor. Protection 4, I believe, on everything. Yep. Fire protection on that one because you never know if I'm gonna fall in a pit of lava. I picked a weapon, right? So there's all these different types of weapons that are possible. And I think for this nether trip, I'm just gonna stick to what I know. And then next season, I'm gonna explore each and every one of these a little bit more, because some of them have stupid long range. For example, like Howard. Yeah, this one's pretty long range as hell. You can hit a target from all the way back here. I think this is the one Mr. Monks is using. But yeah. So that has its benefits. If you want to like hit a target from a long distance, you can do that. But me, I'm traditional. If I want to hit a target from a distance, I use a bow. And I was able to pull this out my my ass. And I'm just gonna keep this on me and we'll use that. Luckily, we have a mod that kind of has the ability to save XP, which is pretty cool. It's not overpowered at all, because what happens is you get one of these books. It's pretty cheap to make, but you right click and it saves all of your levels to the book, and it's stored as that number. If it's at 0, it stores the levels at that number. So this one would become 13 levels right here. And then to get the levels out, it actually reduces the amount of points that you get back. So it's almost like if you know you're gonna die, like you have a high chance of dying, that's the only time you should use these. But you lose credit for your XP if you do that all the time. So I think it's pretty balanced. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I was able to go back and forth to that mob grinder. I remember the one I showed you, and get some pretty good books out of the enchantment table. So there's that. And then yeah, I'm gonna use this diamond axe. It's got sharpness 5 on it. I'll bring that to the nether, because I think it's 16 for a crit. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good to me. So obviously, so like, if you think about it, this this is an enchantment. This isn't enchanted with sharpness 5, and you still get 14 from a crit. However, you're not holding a shield, because you can't hold a halberd and a shield at the same time. You can block with it, but it doesn't block all the damage. It only blocks 3 damage, whereas a shield, infinite damage can be blocked. So that's why I'm using an axe. But we'll try some stuff out next season. I have a bunch of ideas for next season in terms of upgrades to combat that further reward other kinds of weapons, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm pretty much ready to go in terms of gear. Like, so that's all good. Also, I just like completely glazed over this, but I could have sworn I shot footage of me building this, or at least the finished product commentary, but I lost it somewhere. Trying to clear some storage, because I underestimated how editing can completely fill up my hard drive, but this is it. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Alright, cool. See, another reason why I wanted the create mod so much is because of rule number 3, which is stuff has to make sense. If you remember that rule of this world, but the create mod just, it plays to that rule so well, because you need an energy source to fuel production of anything. You can't just have like infinite water come out of a block like this. I made this make sense because here's my justification. Here, watch. There's a lever. I could turn this on and off, and then it takes water from the ocean. It's like a let's pretend that there's a pipe in the wood right here, and it takes water up into the side. That makes sense. It's a pretend reason, but it makes sense in my head. If we were to create some sort of water-based energy source, it's harder to do on land without an ocean, obviously. So, what would I have to do? I would have to... Wait, I forgot the point I was trying to make. It just makes more sense, like, if you have a production mine, fueled by power. It's just so cool to watch. Like, furnaces in vanilla Minecraft are they're simple, you know. You put coal in and then it cooks your stuff and it converts it to a new block, but it's other stuff can happen that makes it more interesting. So for example, like, let me think one second. Let me make something really quick. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Alright, so I made this thing right here. It's an encased fan. The purpose of an encased fan is to convert materials, and you can do so in a production line, but you could have like belts of things that are in front of the fan, and then as stuff happens, I mean, okay, it could just do stuff, okay, just trust me. But if I could put a fire right here in front of the fan, it would blow hot air, right? And hot air is coded to cook things. And it's so cool because what you've done is you've created an energy source like flowing water via a water wheel into cogs, into a fan, which blows hot air onto food, which cooks it. It's the coolest thing ever. I really want to keep the create mod. Because you guys know how much I love shaders. And how much I love the create mod already. So I've finally given you an example of the create mod. So those of you who were clueless probably have an idea of what I'm talking about when I say the create mod. But the point is that hot air blowing through the fan is a lot cooler than using a furnace to cook food. So I want to keep that mod. But I want to keep shaders. They're so beautiful. I don't know what to do. I gotta figure it out. Alright, but that's probably enough of me ranting. This has been probably another, like, ranting episode, hasn't it? But at least we built the toolsmith, and we built the enchanting place, and we built a bridge between them. It looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. But next episode's the one. That's it. It's the one where we're going to be going to the nether, so stay tuned for that. It's actually going to be the season finale, because fall is basically here right now. Autumn has arrived, so nether, then we migrate. It's crazy. Our first season is already over. Ugh. Crazy. So next episode I'm gonna have to work a little harder, huh? Because I said I'd build a whole town, and I built stuff enough for myself in my own operations, but I never built any of the villager houses that looked like that over there. I didn't get villagers up in my base. Got a lot to do that I never got done. So next season will be a little bit more work involved, but I'll make it interesting for you guys, don't worry. Alright, so stay tuned for next episode. We will be going into the nether, and we will probably die. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Alright, bye. Alright, see you tomorrow.